Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Matthew McConaughey has always been known for his easygoing charm, his famous catchphrase, all right, and his deeply Southern sense of family values. But behind the Hollywood spotlight and his smooth Texas drawl, the Oscar-winning actor faced a painful chapter in his personal life, one that forced him to distance himself from his own mother for nearly a decade. In candid interviews over the years, McConaughey has revealed that he once went on what he calls an 8-year hiatus from his mom, Mary Kathleen K. McCabe, because she was leaking personal stories about him to the press and allowing tabloid culture to creep inside their private relationship. What might sound like a shocking betrayal to some was, for McConaughey, a heartbreaking but necessary boundary. A mama who loved the spotlight. McConaughey's mother, affectionately known as Ma Mac by fans who've seen her in interviews, has always had a bold, fiery personality. When Matthew rose to fame in the 1990s after starring in Dazed and Confused, A Time to Kill, and later becoming one of Hollywood's go-to romantic comedy leading men, Kay suddenly found herself swept up in the spotlight as well. But while some celebrity parents remain in the shadows, Kay McConaughey embraced the attention. She gave interviews, appeared on talk shows, and, according to her son, sometimes shared stories with the media that Matthew felt crossed the line. She became a bit of a fan of the fame, McConaughey once admitted, explaining that while he understood his mother's excitement, it came at a price. The breaking point. The trouble reached its peak when McConaughey realized private family matters were ending up in the tabloids. In one instance, a story about him that he had confided in his mother appeared in the press, leaving him both shocked and deeply hurt. I was calling my mom at that time after work, and she was always on the phone with someone else, people from the media, and then I'd see things I'd shared with her in confidence end up in print, McConaughey revealed. The betrayal left him with no choice but to step back. Despite his love for his mom, the actor decided he needed to protect both his personal life and his sanity. I had to take some space, McConaughey said. It was tough, but it was the only way. 8 years of distance. For nearly 8 years, McConaughey kept his distance from his mother. Though not a complete estrangement, he still loved her, spoke to her occasionally, and checked in. The warm daily phone calls and mother-son closeness they once shared were put on pause. The actor has said that the decision wasn't about punishment but about setting boundaries. It wasn't like I didn't love her. I just needed to be able to trust that when I shared something with my mom, it wouldn't show up in the news the next day, McConaughey explained. The hiatus wasn't easy on either side. Kay has openly admitted that she struggled with the separation, but she also later acknowledged that she may have gotten caught up in her son's fame. The long road back. Eventually, time, perspective, and family healing helped McConaughey and his mother find their way back to each other. After nearly 8 years of keeping her at arm's length, he gradually let her back into his inner circle. By then, McConaughey had reinvented his career. No longer just the charming rom-com lead, he had embraced deeper, more serious roles in films like Dallas Buyers Club, for which he won the Academy Award for Best Actor in 2014, and True Detective, where he delivered a haunting, critically acclaimed performance. With his personal life more grounded, he had married Camila Alves in 2012 and was raising a family. McConaughey found the space to reconnect with his mother in a healthier way. Kay in the spotlight again. Ironically, after their reconciliation, Kay became more visible than ever, but this time in a way that didn't disrupt their bond. She started making lighthearted appearances with her son during press tours, joining interviews, and even showing up on red carpets. Fans loved seeing her spunky personality, and McConaughey seemed more at peace with sharing the spotlight. He even joked about his mother's tendency to tell it like it is when they appeared together on shows like Red Table Talk. She's not gonna pull any punches, McConaughey said with a smile, suggesting that while he still knows his mom can be unpredictable, he's learned to accept and even embrace that part of her. Lessons in boundaries and family. The story of McConaughey's 8-year hiatus from his mother serves as a reminder that even the most charming, easygoing Hollywood star isn't immune to family struggles. It also highlights a universal truth: sometimes, to preserve love, you need to create space. By pulling back when he did, McConaughey was able to protect his relationship with his mother from further damage. Instead of letting resentment grow, he took a break, then returned when they were both ready to move forward with healthier boundaries. A man of balance. Throughout his career, McConaughey has preached the importance of balance, whether it's in his choice of roles, his dedication to family, or even his famous approach to life that he details in his memoir Greenlights. His decision to step back from his mother wasn't a rejection of family values but an example of living them out in a complicated world. By prioritizing respect and trust, he found a way to eventually repair the bond. Today, McConaughey speaks about his mother with affection, often sharing how much she shaped his confidence, humor, and resilience. And while those 8 years apart were painful, they were also instrumental in helping him navigate the complex intersection of family and fame. Conclusion. Matthew McConaughey's story of taking an 8-year hiatus from his mother because she leaked private details to the press isn't just a Hollywood headline, it's a lesson in boundaries, forgiveness, and the messy reality of family relationships. For McConaughey, it was never about shutting the door on his mom forever. It was about creating enough distance to protect himself, his career, and his peace of mind. And in the end, the break gave them both the chance to come back together with more understanding, more respect, and, as always, a little bit of that McConaughey charm. Sometimes you have to take a step back, he once said. But family's family. At the end of the day, you find your way back.